An F-18 fell off an aircraft carrier as it's trying to make some evasive maneuver to avoid a Houthi missile. How significant is this? Is this incredibly embarrassing for the U.S. military?
Yeah, I would say it's very significant and that it is very embarrassing for them. Again, the Yemen is the poorest country in the Arab world, one of the poorest countries in the world. And, they're having to hide their ships, again, keep them far from Yemeni territory, yet they're still vulnerable. Again, what are these aircraft carriers? How much do they cost? $10 billion, $11 billion? I mean, these are enormously expensive things. And it had to take that evasive action. There was admitted to by, American officials, and they lost a $60 million F-18. It again shows that where we are, what warfare in the 20th century is about. It's about drones and missiles, much more than aircraft carriers. I think aircraft carriers, I know people, again, smart people whom I respect disagree, but I think the day of the aircraft carrier is coming to an end. If we have a real war with a peer adversary and there's an aircraft carrier involved, it's going to be sunk. Look, I mean, it's just like the Houthis themselves can threaten one of these. And it's incredible. Not only did they lose this F-18, but they have lost, 22, 23 of these Reaper drones. And that's serious. Actually, the Americans themselves are saying that, we're blinded. We don't know what we're doing because they were doing the surveillance for us. We're trying to find targets. And we can't, we send those drones over, those Reapers, and they get shot down again and again and again. 7 of them have been shot down apparently since the start of the most recent operation, under Trump. And so they're blind. In other words, the Houthi air defenses have proven very, very effective. And, we're losing that war in a lot of ways.